There it is. It's the opening crack. It's the sideshow to the D&D show we normally do, where we taste and rank some beer. We've got Ross. We've got Phil.
Hey-o.
How's it going, fellas?
Doing well on yourself?
Good.
Hanging in there.
And now entering the starting lineup, Damon.
I'm here.
Back for another episode. Welcome.
Still here. Put me in, coach.
You're in.
Ready to play?
Ian, coach.
Clap, clap, clap.
I'm ready to play
Gosh.
Clap, clap,
today.
clap, clap,
Are
clap.
we aging ourselves?
Of course we are. We do that every episode. Are you kidding me?
I mean, I feel as though the Earth and the Sun are doing most of the aging.
Fair.
That's
But
fair.
Fair.
yes, Brett.
Going deep on that one. Ross, what are we drinking?
Tonight we have the lemon, lime, and cranberry pot cultured in the house tonight. This is a different one, guys. If you haven't taken a sip, hit it now, and let's do some notes on this.
I give it a C flat.
In terms of
I see what you
a
mean
note.
there.
It's a note.
Do they have notes? Do they have lined music in the world of Dungeons and Dragons?
I would think so. Bards surely have line music somewhere.
Maybe. They might just make it up, too. I mean, who knows?
I think the jury's out on that one.
Yeah, does a bard have most bards gone to music school?
There's a bardic college. They go to college. Some of them go to Strixhaven. There's a real school.
Okay, I thought they became a bard because of the magic they found in the music.
Yeah.
So they go to like music school and then become I don't know. It's fine.
Here, let me dig out the book. No.
Well, but, I mean, a wizard, they study spells and stuff, I imagine.
Sure. Yes, correct.
So I would think that a bard would know how to read tabs.
I think that's
so.
fair.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, I've distracted us.
Sounds like a mailbag question.
And back to the beer.
So yes, pop cultured. Tell us a little bit more about the beer, Ross.
Well, this one comes in at a flat 4.0 on the ABV scale. I'm not tasting any alcohol on this. It's the second beer in a row that we've had that has 0 IBUs, or at least the not available in it. But I don't know, guys. This one comes across as more like soda-y to me than beer. What do you think?
It's funny that you say that because I definitely, as I was drinking this, thought probably for the first time ever in my life when drinking a beer, like, hey, I'd love to throw some ice cubes in this. But it has that kind of a feel of like I could kick it back just like a soda, like sip on it, drink it. It's really sweet. So it's not something that you could just kill. At least I couldn't.
I think you maybe put it best when you were like, it's like that holiday punch where they take cranberry juice and add like Squirt or 7-Up to it. It tastes just like that. It's kind of uncanny.
It's not quite as bubbly as that, but yeah, it has that kind of taste to it.
It's very strange.
It should be rattling it around in your can with some ice.
Yeah.
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 Like you expect it to have you shake it and
Yep.
hear the
And you
ice
got that
rattle.
little
Yeah.
fizz. in
It's
there.
funny too because you don't really you can't really tell it's a beer. So my first thought was like, I'd add like a little carbonation to it and a little more vodka, and I'd be good to go.
It's a new cocktail for you. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's I get a lot of syrup
Mhm.
like
Yes.
sort of
Mhm.
feel or flavor to it.
Mhm.
Like it, yeah.
I mean, technically, they're describing this as a golden ale. I don't find
wow.
that anywhere in terms of taste to me, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, I think like a golden ale is generally like a pretty neutral ale or beer that would be easy to add a lot of almost any flavor that you wanted to and really have that flavor come through, because there's not really going to be a whole lot of really roasted malt or anything like that in it, and they probably used pretty neutral hops in it as well, and probably not a whole lot. Yeah, because the lemon lime cranberry, they wanted to come through in it, and it comes through for sure.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's definitely very forward on that flavor.
One of the things I'm interested about, and I don't know if I saw it anywhere, is thinking back to one of the beers that we did recently as well. It had some kind of fruit notes to it, but they seemed a little bit less syrupy. So I'm wondering if instead of maybe some fresh fruit or that type of thing, like purees mixed in this time, if it was more of a syrupy type of
Sure.
a mix in or something like that.
It also occurred to me like it almost and it kind of fits the syrup profile, but it's like snow cone flavors. Which would be exactly that. Doesn't it taste kind of like that?
And I think they kind of leaned into that intentionally.
Yeah, I think you're right.
It seems like that was a distinct decision.
Yeah, and I mean, the can, I think, is very. So, what's the little tagline? Something about nostalgic.
A nostalgic lemon, lime, and cranberry golden ale.
And the graphic design on the can, it's got the things that I remember from many of the things that I remember from my childhood. It's got a little this is He-Man, an NES controller. This is a My Little Pony, so on and so forth. And just the big orange splotch on green is very Nickelodeon.
Yep.
So yeah, I think it's very intentionally supposed to sort of bring across that flavored soda pop sort of experience.
Yeah, I think that's right.
One of the pops.
We needed a.
That's what you wanted.
Yeah.
Here, I'll do it again. I think it's supposed to very intentionally bring across that sort of flavored soda pop
Woo! There it is.
experience.
So this one comes to us from Obscurity Brewing out of Elburn, Illinois. But we like to take things a little bit differently and think, where in the lands of Dungeons and Dragons would you find this beer? If you teleported it from our world into the lands of Dungeons and Dragons, where would you find it? So let's go around the table. Where are you putting this one? Phil, we'll start off with you.
Man, picked on 2 weeks in a row. What is this?
Yeah,
All
you'll
right.
be okay.
Well, I did the work myself this time because I get called out for occasionally making use of the tools available to me.
AI.
And this was, I decided that this beer is going to be renamed as the Cran Fusion Paradox. Is it a beer? Is it a soda?
Ooh.
Right?
Okay.
And it's going to be served at the Mystical Mead Mixology because I just have to have the alliteration in there. I couldn't steer away from that. Location-wise, though, I've decided that this is only sold, like that tavern only exists at Mahadi's Wandering Emporium, wherever it is in Avernus.
Nice.
Nice. I like that.
It would be a nice refreshing beverage in Avernus.
And it'll only cost you 2 soul coins.
2 souls. That's it. It's fine. Low
You
price.
find those all the time. It's fine. 2 souls. Nah. you
Maybe
had it
some
covered.
demon ichor, it's fine.
Yeah. No big deal.
Damon.
Am I next?
Sure.
Okay, I'll go next. Are there like amusement parks in Dungeons and Dragons?
I mean, there can be.
It's a homebrew, so now there are.
They're sure. The rides aren't what you think they are, but yes.
Right. So
They're very rickety.
here's what I'm thinking. You know how when somebody does like an off-brand Disney thing, and like they take it and it kind of like it's supposed to be like light and cheery and fun and that sort of thing, but there's just something just slightly off about it.
Dark, depressing, and sad.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and, like, this is not the joyous place that you would like for me to believe that it is.
Are these the late night Disney Channel movies?
Disney After Dark.
But they're like the Darsney.
Oh,
What I
you
say?
can only get them on DVD.
Yeah.
On a sketchy style.
So this place has that sort of a vibe, right? Where they're trying to take versions of all the things that you loved as a child, but present them to you now as an adult. And the name of the establishment is Rose-Colored Pint Glasses is the name of it.
Okay. I like that.
And if this drink existed in this other world, it would be called Dreamland Syrup.
I like it.
I like that. Yeah. Just makes me think when you said Darsney, it made me think of like McDowell's from Coming to America. Like McDonald's and McDowell's.
Mm-hmm.
You guys are looking at me like you don't know what that
I
is.
haven't ever seen it. so-
Damon knows that movie, right?
Yes.
Eddie Murphy? Okay, thank you.
And Arsenio Hall
Arsenio Hall.
and other people.
Yep.
No, that reminds.
James Earl Jones in that?
He played the king.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
No, your example made me think of in Percy Jackson, the first book, when they go to the Lotus
The Lotus Casino.
Casino, and they go like nostalgia central with all these different eras and
Yes.
stuff.
Oh my God, you're right.
It'd probably be served there. But Ross, where is yours coming at us?
You would find this at Carl's Citrus Haven, probably in Baldur's Gate, somewhere farther toward the south. And this drink is called the Spunky Lemon Spritz. Carl spends a lot of time like doing some crossbreeding of different varieties of lemons.
That's not where I thought you were going with that.
He's just the Monsanto of Faerun, easy fill.
Oh, yeah.
Crossbreeding of lemons and cranberries to get the right amount of tartness and everything, and then he comes up with this spunky lemon spritz.
Did he make craisins for the first time?
Carl?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
He did.
crossbreeding and stuff.
Yeah, just kind of figured it out. He left some out on the table, and boom, craisins.
Did you hear what I heard too, Brett? We need to add another tick to the Baldur's Gate boss list.
Yep.
I'm pretty sure I only have
There
like
it is.
2, whereas y'all are farther ahead than me. But
Baloney.
whatever,
Baloney.
whatever.
If you want to go on a deep dive, go back and look how many times Ross has.
Be buying the URL
It's not
to
all
Ross's
Ross.
BaldurGatelist.com. Don't look that up, please.
To-do list.
Better buy it now before somebody beats you to it.
I know somebody's gonna take it now.
I'm going to go a little bit different route. I'm going to Nimblefoot. That is a halfling rogue who is the proprietor of this beer, and he loves to sell it at halfling sporting events, and he calls it the Halfling Hustler.
Mm.
So
That's awesome.
as the halflings are running around playing games of run away from the orc, they love to sip
That's an
on
amusement park game.
they love to sip on the Halfling Hustler.
Did they use a real orc, or does
Yeah.
someone play the role?
Yeah. Jury's out on if it's like
They just hire a human.
no. Jury's out on if it's a paid position or not.
Oh.
I feel like we could do a whole episode on the rides at Darsneyland.
How about a one shot?
Yes, I love it. Yes, roll the barrel, get chased by the orc. For
Dars
3 tickets
Darsneyland after dark.
for the adults only.
Are you brave enough?
You might actually die.
But then you get one of those soul things.
Yeah.
Soul coin.
Soul coin, and you
get-
can go spend it at Mahadi's. It's
right.
great.
It's all totally worth going.
That's the House of Fun. It's actually like takes you to a furnace
Just to
that
do
Debbie
Avernus.
played.
Oh,
Yeah.
Whoopsies.
Bring a friend you don't really like.
You should have read the disclaimer before you got on the ride.
That's right.
So while the challenge rating for that adventure might be pretty high, what type of challenge rating would we give this beer? So normally we go from challenge rating 1, which is more like a easy drinking cream ale, very smooth intro to beer type of beer, all the way up to a challenge rating 20, which is like your hardcore double IPA, kind of extreme for a new beer drinker to jump into. Where are we going to place this one at on our challenge rating scale?
I think it's on the lower end, but probably maybe like 4 or 5-ish for me. I'm just thinking that it's pretty sweet. If you're not really expecting that, like if you think you're gonna drink like a domestic, it's a lot sweeter than that. And to me, it kind of has a little bit of a syrupy taste that I think is a little bit out there for me. But that's what I'm thinking.
Is the person coming to this beer, have they not really ever had beer before, or have they really mostly just had what we tend to call domestics?
You can give the disclaimer either way,
Yep.
Man, because
or you give 2
I
numbers.
don't know.
I feel like I usually approach it like they're not someone that maybe identifies themselves as a craft beer drinker.
Okay,
That's
I
what
don't
I
know.
usually go for.
I don't know that helped me.
Well, good
This
luck.
one is
They're the people that come in and they ask for your Coors Lights.
Yeah. Okay. Who I generally assume. Okay, is kind of is a beer drinker, would like to have a beer, but this one's tricky for me. I'm gonna put this significantly higher. I'm gonna put this at, if that's the case, then I'm gonna put this at I'm gonna go. It keeps going up in my mind.
Oh man.
I started at a 10, and now in my mind, I'm up to maybe a 14 or 15. I'm going to say 15. Just because that lemon lime cranberry flavor, if you are a person who, has enjoyed your so-called domestics and really like that sort of thing and would like a craft version of that. This is not that, and I don't. I'm not sure how well that would go. Like if somebody came in and said, "What would you recommend?"
Yeah.
This is not what I would recommend to them.
I
If
agree with
if that makes sense,
Yeah.
as like, "Oh, try this. I bet you'll like it."
That's fair. I feel like an amber ale may even be more approachable to someone on that scale than
Sure.
something that's this, out there.
Mm-hmm.
Boy, you totally fudged up my scale.
Yep, I feel like mine was wrong now.
Um,
But
I'm gonna give this an 8 for that exact for pretty much that same reason. If you have somebody who's familiar with beer and they come in, you're gonna be better off giving them a cream ale.
Yeah.
And it will be more approachable to them than this. Now, if they come in, they're like, well, what would you like to try? And you're like, light. I don't know. If you tell them that this is more of like a fruity type of beer and they're open to that, it's probably going to be more like a 3. So I don't know. I think it's an 8. It's a flat 8 just because I think most people aren't thinking of this flavor when they want a beer.
Right.
So,
On the flip side of this, though, is if somebody comes in and they mostly drink mixed drinks,
yeah,
this is right up their alley.
boom.
Totally.
Yeah.
Yeah. You put a
Here's-
shot of vodka in that.
Here's kind of a beer version.
This is
or
good.
someone walks in, they're like, I don't really like beer. You're like, well, try this. Actually,
Yeah.
it doesn't taste a whole lot like beer.
I
and
do agree with that.
you like soda?
I was gonna go with a 1 just because, like, if I was gonna recommend this to somebody who if they ever liked a cranberry Mountain Dew,
Yeah.
this is
This is
really
good.
close to
You're
something
right.
like that.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I agree.
Very
Yeah.
easy to get into if you like that type of flavor.
Wide range of numbers.
I feel like this is probably one of our
Yeah.
most
Yeah.
wide. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
So, with all those wide numbers, yay or nay? Would you recommend this? Would you try it again?
I'll go first. I'm torn. If
Oh,
I'm
no.
if I'm looking for something for me, if I'm looking for something unique and different from what I'm used to, it's a yay. I could drink multiples of these. I do like it. If I'm looking for a beer, it's a nay. It is not beery enough for me. Like I drink a lot of different things now. I drink a lot of IPAs and stuff like that. It's not even in the ballpark compared to those types of beers. So I do like it. If I'm looking for beer, it's a nay.
Mm-hmm. This is a nay for me, which I don't mean to be critical of the beer. I think the beer is what it is supposed to be, and I don't think that it's bad beer. I don't need to have another one. And if I want an alcoholic beverage that is like lemon lime cranberry ish, I'll probably just have a mixed drink.
Yep,
sure.
At that point. So I don't need to have another one, but I think that the beer is what it is supposed to be, and it's good in that way.
Phil, what about you?
I could go either way. I think if I'm like, I really just like, gosh, man, I want a soda. I go pour one of these out over some ice and just like carry it around and drink it while I'm working. Be like, yeah, it's just a
7 Up.
soda. It's
Yeah.
fine.
Look at how clear it is.
It hits that note for me, but probably not if I'm like, I could really use a drink. Like that's probably not what I would go to. But I would drink it again, and I would recommend still to have people try it. Certain people, right? Like there's some
Yeah.
people I would steer away from it, but like some people be like, you know what? Like try it. Like just drink half of the can or whatever. Just if you don't like it, I'll drink it. I would do one of those for sure. But
I do think this beer has a certain novelty to
Yeah.
it, though. Like
Yeah.
I would totally buy some just to have people try. Like you're not a big beer fan. This is a beer. Try this. It's pretty good, and you will like it. It's not something I would like, but you may like it.
it's one of those I would have around, like for people that are like, oh, I don't drink a ton of beer. I'm like, well, try this.
Try this.
Like
Yeah.
you say you don't like beer, but there's beer that doesn't taste like what you call beer.
Mhm.
You've just never had it. So.
Yep. Agreed.
I would give this 2 big thumbs up. I am thinking about getting some more for next time we play D&D.
Sure.
Like that. This is the type of beer I would love to just be sipping on while we're playing through a campaign.
It definitely has that advantage of only being 4%. So you
That
could
too.
drink a lot of them and be fine.
Actually, now I think we talked about punch earlier. You could probably make a pretty good punch out of this.
Ooh, yeah.
Actually, add some 7-Up and some more cranberry juice to it, and it's not gonna like feel out of place in that at all.
Are you sure that guy from our last episode we recorded that's serving out of his sidecar isn't serving this to the kids?
Careful what you say. The
As
FCC is
punch?
listening.
It's a competitor.
He's going to get his permit pulled for that kind of stuff.
This has been a pop cultured lemon lime and cranberry from Obscurity Brewing from Elburn, Illinois. You can find them at drinkobscurity.com. And that's going to do it for this bonus episode. Stay tuned for more beer reviews in the future. You can check out our regular show, Bars and Barrels, anywhere podcasts can be found. You can also follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube at Bars and Barrels. Until next time, may your dice be hot and your beer be cold.